So my next question is like during this journey, what belief you hold with which many people disagree and you got success with that. So can you please tell us about that belief?
Mm, I always believed that, of course, thanks to the book that changed my belief system,
Hmm.
that people come to you for why you do, not for what you do.
Hmm.
And I have come to realize, thanks to Simon Sinek, my
Hmm.
favorite author, through his books, Leaders Eat Last, Start With Why, Infinite
Uh,
Game,
Infinite games.
Finding Your
Yes.
Why, all these books were written by Simon Sinek,
Hmm.
that people come to you for why you do, not for what you do.
Hmm.
It doesn't matter whether you make book summaries or sell toilet papers. It
Hmm.
doesn't matter. Yeah. So why should be very strong. And if you know, I started this interview with my why,
Hmm.
my belief system, that if I'm not reading, I'm not changing. If
Hmm.
I'm not changing, I'm not growing. I did not even talk about booklet app, if you notice.
Yes.
For your first question, I did not even
Yes.
mention about booklet app.
Yes.
Yeah. Because the why is ultimate. When I studied, I have a habit of zooming out from the idea that I read
Hmm.
from books, and then try to find out wherever possible, wherever these ideas were implemented or applicable.
Hmm.
And I realized almost all the world leaders had a very strong why.
Hmm.
Yeah. Be it Martin Luther King Jr. or Mahatma Gandhi or Swami Vivekanand or Anna Hazare for that matter, a few years ago,
Huh.
when the whole India had come together. I
Hmm.
think for the first time,
Yes.
forgetting all the races and
Hmm.
religions and languages, we had come together for one cause of
Correct.
corruption, fighting
Hmm.
against corruption for that man.
Yes.
Did you get that feeling that ऐसा ही कुछ हुआ रहेगा during our
Huh.
when we are fighting for our
Yes.
freedom
Yes.
against
Yes.
Britishers? That was the feeling, because the why was so strong that he wanted to fight against corruption for
Hmm.
the local bill. Yeah. So that's my belief system. Yeah. And I strongly believe in giving.
Hmm.
People think that the whole world is just taking, or at the most matching.
Okay.
Yeah. What I give to you, I'll make sure that I'll take back from you what I've given
Hmm.
in terms of rupees or whatever,
Yeah.
or efforts.
Yes.
But I like to go out of balance,
Hmm.
and I'll make sure that I give more and
Hmm.
more and more without bothering what I get in return.
Hmm.
Because why do we insist that if I give you something, why should I expect in return from you only? I
Okay.
can
Huh.
get in some other form.
Hmm.
Yeah, if I help Saurabh today
Hmm.
without expecting anything in return, and if I get some help from Nikhil,
Hmm.
मेरा काम हो गया ना.
हाँ, correct.
ये जिद क्यों है कि सौरभ से ही मुझे
हाँ.
in return मिलना चाहिए help? That is
Hmm.
selfishness. Yeah. So this is my strong belief system. People barely agree with it, but now that I've proved it, people have started agreeing. Yeah.
But how you are able to hold that belief? Because in during this journey, you might have come across such people that they discourage you, and
Hmm.
you might be thinking that at that time, uh, why I'm doing for that this kind of people. So
Mhm.
yeah, so how you are able to hold that belief? Because holding that belief
Hmm.
is indeed a courageous act.
Agreed. I mean, that's a very sensible question. That's where the authors come to my rescue.
Huh.
Because I know that these belief systems have been proven and tested for years, and they are
Hmm.
part of history, and these are the ordinary people who are going against me.
Hmm.
All right. If
Correct.
Mahatma Gandhi would have said this, that don't believe in Satya and Ahimsa,
Hmm.
then my belief system would have got shattered.
Hmm. Hmm.
You're getting a point. If
Yes.
Steve Jobs had a clear why, if
Hmm.
Nike has a clear why, if Harley Davidson has a clear why,
Correct.
yeah, if L'Oreal has a clear why,
Hmm.
and they have proved as outliers,
Hmm.
who easily stand out from the crowd, even if Nike is making shoes like any other company, even if Apple is making mobiles like any other company, even if Harley Davidson is making only bikes like
Huh.
any other company, but still they stand out. Yeah. So I have clear standing examples written in the books, and they help me to carve my belief systems.
Hmm.
Okay, so I'm surrounded with people who are much smarter than me,
Hmm.
much more successful than me. So I should believe them more. than the person next door who is living a mediocre life, who is going for 9 to 5 job, yeah,
Yes.
not living a life of greatness. Okay, for me, Simon Sinek is much more reliable than the person in my neighborhood.
That's great.